I did not put it back in the spot that it's supposed to be in. Welcome, y'all. I just had to fan myself with my hand. The way they used to do it back in the days. Oh, my gracious goodness. Oh, my gracious goodness. Oh, my gracious goodness. I'm going to wait for you all to start coming in because there's a lot to talk about. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my me. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, welcome in, everybody. Listen, there's been a lot going on, and I need to catch you all up. Listen, the Gynocracy, we are winning. Manosphere is losing. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me tell you, you know what? I don't have my African fan, but I do have my fan from the Apollo. Where it? Well, I can't find nothing. Oh, I can't find nothing. Welcome in, everybody. Just come on in. Listen. Oh, we stood on their necks all right. You know what? Let's go ahead and get live on every platform. There's a lot that we need to discuss. I know when you all saw the title, you heard the song in your head. You about to lose your job. You about to lose your, you about, you know, I know you heard it. I know you heard it. I know you heard it in your head. I know you heard it. So let's go ahead and get live on every channel. Let's get this party started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Because we're just going to be talking off the cuff tonight. We are live on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Facebook. We're live on LinkedIn. And of course, we are live on YouTube. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Listen, you see from the title what is going on. Let me tell you. Something bigger going. Let me show you what I saw because I'm getting ready. You know, I'm straightening up, you know, getting everything together. And I went to my computer and I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me close this window. But when I went to the window said, it was like, it had like a broken,
nice
it had a
clothes,
broken.
Nice shoes, nice purses. So.
Oh, hold on. That's a video playing in the background. So there was like a broken symbol on in one of the windows. And I said, well, what is this? And then I refreshed it. And then I said, wait, it said, it was like, is Chloe Bailey pregnant? Because, you know, I had a lot of windows open, but that was the original Fox Soul window. They are going on a massive deleting spree. This right here, go look for the video, ladies. This is it right here. Video unavailable. Video has been removed. It has been removed by the uploader. Listen. Oh my goodness. You all did listen. All I saw all over the internet were Black women talking about, I unsubscribed. This was too much. I'm offended. I unsubscribed. Meanwhile, I saw some Black men commenting, talking about he's entitled to his opinion. It's just, you know what, as a matter of fact, let me pull, where should I pull this up at? They were like, he's entitled to his opinion. What's the big deal? Let me get into the comments. You think I'm joking? This is what it was saying. That's not the right program. Let me get into the right program to read comments. So let me see. Let's see. I responded to a few of them, right? Here we go. Let's take a look. So I saw, listen. This is not the right screen, but it'll do for right now. Here go this person. Give me a break. He spoke some truth about the sisters. I do agree he went too far with calling her ugly. That was just too much. He could have said his opinion without all of that. Then some people, like, he also called her promiscuous. Here go this person. He doesn't owe her an apology. Everything he said was his opinion. If he feels like she is ugly, that's his opinion. When Gilbert something called Lupita ugly, there was no defense for her. She just blah, 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 blah. People have a right to their own opinion. Black people need to stop being so sensitive and focus on things that really matter. Someone that calls themselves funky, blah, blah, shouldn't be listened to, blah, 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 blah. Here go another person. What Q said was ugly and mean, but I'm not advocating removing him from his platform. We don't have to watch it. There are content creators in YouTube streets whose channels are blah, 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 blah. I commented back to some of them. I was like, listen, I mean, you can go there. The video, the comments, I only did 2 videos. The comments are there on both videos, right? I had to tell these people, I'm like, look, you don't have to advocate for that. I am. Just don't get in the damn way. Go sit down somewhere with your opinion. To the other people, I'm like, yeah, he's entitled to his opinion. And, well, number one, we're entitled to ours as well. But we are also entitled to not support somebody we choose not to support. You know, the thing is that there's so many people in our community that are so disempowered and broken that they think that it's okay for people to say whatever the F it is that they want to say under the guise of this being their own quote unquote opinion. Haven't you all seen, first of all of this really matters. And I'll tell you why it matters. You see the trend. Listen, we let kitten heels get far too far. And then the murder rates increase by 1 an hour, right? A man even came out to New York shooting up the place who was an avid supporter of Kitten Heels. Kevin Samuels, for those of you who don't know him by his moniker. It matters. Black women are a minority. We are women. And this person had a huge platform. Funky Dineva. A huge platform that he was using to spew his misogyny and his hate. Why? What did black women ever do to these people? What you see ended up happening is men from other communities, because when the roosters are not guarding the hen house, the foxes, no pun intended, or pun intended, the foxes come in. So our community is largely unmanned, pun intended. And so that's why it's up to us in the Gynocracy, to stand up, because ain't nobody else standing up for us. We got people in the comments disempowered and whipped down to their knees, talking about that was just his opinion. You remember those worms that was in the Little Mermaid? How fitting, huh? Of the people's voices, and they were all scrunched down and looking all pitiful and everything. That's how some of the males in our community are. They're disempowered, scrunched up with no damn voice, looking like a shriveled up worm that Ursula has in her doggone urn. That's what some of them look like. Oh, remember how they couldn't keep their heads up and they were like, right? That's how some of the men in our community be looking and acting. Because they don't have the wherewithal to gather collectively and effect change. Then they want to turn around and be like, oh, women, you're so masculine. Well, N-word, because you're not. How would you know what masculine or feminine is? You out the game, son. Go sit down somewhere and go Go close your mouth. I saw some people on a podcast. One of the penis toters had, let me not behave that way. One of the guys had a shirt on that was talking about keep women feminine. You can't even keep yourself alive, brother. You're talking about what you need to keep for women. Autonomous beings who can choose what it is that they want and don't want to do. Meanwhile, they benefit from our advocacy and have benefited from our advocacy for too long. When you up there running up and down to bail's bondsmen and making all these damn phone calls and running up from here, there, and all these courthouses and stuff, oh, they love your proactiveness then. You're not rested in your feminine then, right? When you out there on the picket line and you're up there screaming in police officers' faces with your dress, your sundress blowing in the wind, and your little daughter with stressed out face with her fist in the air and all of that. Oh, they're not calling you too masculine then, telling you to go sit at home. No, they're not doing that. They're sitting down in their little lawn chair and they're like, go ahead. Like the little worm from the cartoon with the Little Mermaid. You're like, oh. That's how they acting. When it suits them, they want to tell you to sit down and rest in your feminine. How? When the community is largely unmanned. For those of you who don't know, there is an emaciated man by the name of Funky Dineva, right? Dineva. I heard some people calling him Junkie Dineva. I don't know what the real name is. I don't know, right? But nonetheless, and lesser than none, right? Because the community is largely unmanned, we have, you know how they say, get somebody else to do it? Black women don't have that luxury. We have to do it. And we have to continue to do it. So brava. Brava, Black women, brava. For standing up, for doing the damn thing, for doing the right thing, for putting pressure, for letting your dollars speak volumes. For letting them know that gone are the days where you could just speak about us with reckless abandon. Manosphere losing. The Gynocracy is winning. The Gynocracy. Which one do you like better? Gynocracy or Gynocracy? Let me see. Right? And so the issue is that there was a person who obviously has some issues that they're not dealing with on the inside, who was given access to a large platform to spread his vitriol far and wide, disguised as reads and hot topics, right? Commentary, right? Disguised. Wrapping up hate and wrapping up hatred for Black women as something funny, sassy, right? And he was given a large audience to speak this and spew this out. Meanwhile, what they do is they use you as the come-up woman. Are you seeing a pattern here? You were used. And a lot of these men continue to use. Tyrese is as toxic as they come. I was editing a video of him that I need to discuss. But by the time I finished listening to his damn mess, I was so tired. I had to freaking lay down and clear my mind. But I'll get to it tomorrow. Derek Jackson, angry this and that, legal this and that, lead this and that, Tyrese, this and that. All of these males online coming up on the backs of Black women who are daddy deprived and desperate for male validation and attention. That these men scour the YouTube streets and they steal the talking points from Black bloggers, vloggers like me. And then they go to their page and regurgitate it from a male mouth. And you all fall down on the floor, legs agape, panties flung into the air. purses open to give them your support. Meanwhile, it's inauthentic. Tyrese is straight up lying. He talks out two sides of his damn mouth. Derek Jackson became a millionaire lying to women about the type of human being that he was, trying to pretend as if it's all these other men that he's talking about. And all this time he was talking about his damn self, abusing and denigrating his baby mama turned suffering wife, right? So nonetheless, winter is here. Oh, winter is here. And it's getting frigid out in these streets. The monetization was taken away from Fresh and Fit. But the thing is that the Gynocracy really didn't come together to deplatform these men. But oh, we learned our lesson and we came together this time. And the way that you all massively unsubscribed, the way that you all spoke up, wrote, called, and got the attention of the executives over at Fox. They got those videos taken the hell down. I played that video for you yesterday about putting pressure on advertisers. That's what it's all about. I learned when I was in college because I was a media arts major. And I learned that shows are just fillers in between the commercials. That's all that it is. It's something that's used to keep you glued there to the TV or the radio so that the advertisers can play their ads at the end of each segment. And so when you put pressure on the advertisers and the networks and advertisers to not advertise on certain networks because of messages that are being spewed, they have no choice but to listen because it's all about the advertisers. But you see, predators know exactly how to enact their predation. They know exactly how to do it. They choose the weaker, the smaller. They go after women, children, and elderly. Have you ever seen it? They start punching up the elderly, punching up women, punching up children, because they're cowards and they're predators. Listen to what it is that I'm saying. And this is part of the reason that so many men decide to hoist up their doggone nuts to talk about Black women, because they know that socioeconomically we just don't have the power, or at least that's what they thought. Come in the advent of the internet, come in the advent of YouTube, come in the advent of the vlogger, and come in the advent of people, person-to-person communication, peer-to-peer, where we get to talk directly to you and move us into action. And you all moved into action today without even having to be instructed to. You just did the damn thing. So listen, stand by to see what else it is that we need to do to keep the pressure on. And see, because I think that a revolution is upon us. I think a revolution is upon us. Because gone are the days that we sit by sad that the men in our community are not standing up and doing what needs to be done. They're so busy over there talking about 60 years ago, before they were even born, that welfare took them out the house. Honey, you were born in the projects in the 80s, dear. You were not taken out of no house in the 60s. And whatever lie your pappy or your step-pappy told you was not true. You're not taken out of a house that your name is on the deed. And if a block of free cheese and some government peanut butter and dried bread, or even some doggone carnation milk, can replace a man that wasn't much of a man to begin with. You hear what I'm saying? So yeah. Gone are the days that we just sit by and just allow any and everything. We realize what's at stake. And we're out here in these streets, losing our lives in these battlefields, in these unsafe neighborhoods. Listen, Second Amendment rights, ladies. Make sure you know how to use it. Make sure you know how to execute it. Pun intended. Oh, no pun intended. However you want to see it, right? Somebody's saying the 2000s. Wow, you know what? You're right. You're right. We got young men out here born in the 2000s. But you know, the thing about it is, we only in 2023, so we're talking about a 22-year-old young man, 23-year-old and younger. Are young people talking those talking points, talking about welfare took them out the house? I mean, gosh. Well. Kiki saying, we listened, we tried, we can't do anything but love ourselves. Exactly. 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 Yeah, go ahead and like the video. Go ahead and thumbs up the video. I'm not going to stay on long. I just wanted to come out and just let you all know what was going down. I wanted you to know that Fox has begun to take action. They took down that clip and the entire show, that entire broadcast on that show. They removed it. It's gone. And I am looking forward to seeing what's next, right? Because did you see the title of this video? You about to lose your job. Sing it. You about to lose your job. Why? You about to lose your job because you was messing with the Gynocracy. You about to lose your, you about to, hey, remix. You about to, whoa. You about to, hey. Listen. And the crazy part about it is that each one of these men feel that they're alpha. Somebody was talking about the red pill runs this community. Exactly. Each one of them are talking about their alpha, but they're followers. They're repeating talking points that they themselves don't even research. They don't even look up none of the numbers. They just start repeating it. They come on. In the same way that there's so many women who are daddy deprived, these males out here are daddy deprived. And they over here looking for daddy in all the wrong places. And they're following these men online and they're spewing their toxicity from community to community so that we black women are over here boxing from left to right. Men who claim to like women, men who claim they are women, men who like men, and we have to box them all off from all angles and all sides. And it's like the question I was asking is, what did we do to them? What did we do? Have we not suffered enough? I was thinking about this when I was off air, right? And I was like, being a woman is difficult. Being a black woman is even more difficult. What did we do? Have we not suffered enough? We traversed through the same transatlantic trade where we were trafficked. And even worse, we were capital R worded and forced to bear our R wordest child. Out there in the field with backbreaking labor. When did black women in this country get a chance to rest in their femininity? And now in the programming and the archetypes that we've been programmed into, the Jezebel, the Mammy, the this, the that, the Sapphire, this, that, all of these different things we've been programmed into. And we see it playing out before our very eyes. But where is the empathy and sympathy that is owed to us for what it is that we went through and the mental enslavement that we're still under? What have we done to deserve now for big, burly ass men with their bulging muscles and beards to also come clubbing down on us? Why? What did we do but exist and try to fight and make it in this world? This is what I'm saying. No person who thinks that they have the feeling that they are a woman is a woman unless you were raised in this experience. Stop it. Stop it. The very fact that you think that you can be a woman is your externalized misogyny. Come on. Nonetheless, what did we do? The thing about it is, Funky Dineva, he knows what it's like to be a vlogger and a content creator. He doesn't think that Chloe and Halle have their own issues, that they're dealing with their own stuff. Let's say this young woman is pregnant, right? And you know, we don't know. Some people said they got gastrointestinal issues in which sometimes they're bloated. So other people are saying she hurt her back, that's why she's waddling. Who knows? I don't know. But if this young woman is pregnant and you claim to care about her, right? Talking about, we done already told you, that's why you messing with that bomb and all this. Does she not deserve some empathy because she has a hard road that is ahead of her, if that is the case? Does he not understand that Summer is a human being? That she has things that she's going through as well? How dare he open up his cum catcher? Excuse my language. But how dare he open it up to talk about these young ladies as if any human being and on any given day doesn't have enough to deal with? Why? Why add to that? Why? Like, what is it that you get? We talked about Schadenfreude in an old video. Schadenfreude is that hidden pleasure, that salivating pleasure that people feel at another person's pain. And many men feel a Schadenfreude to see women be hurt. They got all types of video games and all types of enactments. And now that they have AI, listen, I read something very disturbing yesterday. It was so disturbing. You know how sometimes you read something so disturbing, you have to just put your phone down and just close the phone and just get up and go drink some damn water. Trigger warning. I'm getting ready to talk about SA. Right? As well as M-word or unaliveness. Men are using AI to create images. I can't say this out loud. I'll probably just have to pull this up for you. I can't say this out loud. I can't say it. It's too disturbing. I'll read it for you. Because it's too doggone disturbing. For real, it's too doggone disturbing. Honestly, when I read this, I just had to close my phone. I was like, nah. I was like, nope. I couldn't. Where is it? I hope it was not deleted. Or did I not even save it? I probably didn't even save it because it was so disturbing. I'm gonna pull this up for you all right now because I need to read this for you all because you won't believe. You won't believe, right? You won't believe. You just really won't believe. We got so much going on. Why do we need people adding to that? It's unbelievable. I'm telling you, when I saw this, I'm telling you, when I read this, I was like, you know what? I can't. I had to just close the whole phone. I honestly did. Here it is. Here's the page, right? Here's the page. Let me go to the post, right? Here. Remember, I gave a trigger warning. So let's read this. All right. The community pushing AI-generated P0RN to the edge of knowledge. A small group of AI P0RN hobbyists are generating grotesque images that defy physical reality and baffle academics. Look at this. On the Discord server, I'm not going to say the name of it in here. Popular platforms creating AI generated images is a list of channels, blah, blah, blah. At the bottom of the list is a channel name, blah, 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 not safe for work, which includes a few distinct erotic genre that don't fit neatly into any of the other genre. Gore is the biggest. It's images of nude women flayed open on an operating table. Entrails wrapped around their necks. Entrails are intestines. Wrapped around their necks, covered in viscera, while choking on a giant blank eggplant. I don't even want to read anymore. You kind of get the gist. After I read that, I clicked out of it. I didn't read any more than that. So we have so many of these males out here with their schadenfreude. They have these hidden desires inside of them to see us hurting, to see us in pain. And Funky Dineva is one of those people who, instead of going to get the help that he needs, the therapy that he needs to deal with his mother issues, instead of doing that, he uses his voice on a platform. You know, when people started asking me to coach them, you know what was one of the first things that I did? What do you think was one of the first things that I did when people started asking me to coach them? I'm curious, right? What do you think was one of the, I'm going to read your comments. What do you think was one of the first things that I did when people started asking me to coach them? What do you think would be the responsible thing to do, right? What do you think would be the responsible thing to do? What do you think is the first thing that I did, right? There's a little bit of a delay, so I see the comments are just coming up from the thing that I've read. So you all are disgusted by it too. Listen, there's someone that's asking if I am sick. If you can't pay it, no, I am not. I'm very healthy, and I can guarantee you more healthy than you are. Contact me privately and show me your blood numbers, your blood pressure, all of your internal numbers, right? And I'll put them up against mine. Blood pressure, cholesterol, A1C, all of that. And I can guarantee I'm healthier than you. You don't know what health looks like, apparently. And there's far too many of us out here who expect women to have to be here with concealer on under their eyes and all of this stuff and getting plastic surgery and all this other stuff. This is my face. Unbelievable. And it be your own people. It be your own women too. Stop this. Stop this. Okay, so people are answering, right? What they felt that I did, right? Now, I go in and out of therapy whenever it is that I go and I get myself checked. However, if there's no diagnosis, they can't treat you and charge your insurance company. So I do go and get checked regularly. I had fallen out of my checks during the pandemic because of the pandemic, but nonetheless, right? Nonetheless, the very first thing that I did was go and get training as a life coach. I went and I got trained as a life coach. There's so many content creators, so many males out here who are talking about they're helping people and they haven't even helped themselves. They don't know how to help people. They don't know what it looks like, what it is like. They have no training. They don't know how to ethically guide a person through the journey of really creating and enacting true change on the inside of them. So there's a lot of men out there who have issues, and instead of getting their issues taken care of, they're just spewing their hatred and their venom and their animosity, their vitriol out into the public, right? Having a daughter for a degenerate is no better. Wake up. What are we talking about right here? I don't know. I'm missing some of the conversation because I'm not always looking down. So it's time for us to take a quick break, right? And so during the break, I want you to get up. It's late, depending on where it is that you are. I'm not going to ask you to do jumping jacks and jump rope unless that's what you feel like doing. I just want you to get up and get the blood moving, do some hip circles, stretch, do something. There's going to be some QR codes on the screen. If you feel like contributing, do that, and I will be reading your comments live on the air once if you do it via Cash App. So listen, I will see you all in 3 minutes. So get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up, and do some movement. Do some movement, do something. Anything is better than nothing, all right? I'll see you all in 3 minutes. Right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. You all welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh, you know what I'm going to say? So, a stretch that I have found very helpful, right, is if you have a chair, just put the chair in front of you and then just lean on the chair to whatever is comfortable for you. You can also reach over to the side and get a nice side stretch while you get those hammies stretched in the back. But yeah, or you can even just use the chair to... Woo! So that's what I was doing. I was doing some of that and some one-legged. I was just putting one leg on here and then just getting a nice hip stretch. This feels so good. And it also helps you balance. As we get older, we lose our sense of gravity and balance. And that's how a lot of old people end up falling down and breaking their hips, because they're just not in balance. And so work on your balance now. So listen, welcome back in from the break. Let's go ahead and read. We got something in on PayPal. And it is from Nian Sweet Treats. She says, enjoying the content. Thank you, Nian. She sends through $20. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. And here on the Cash App, we have Dion that sends $15 and says, bullseye. Thank you, Dion. I appreciate that. Nicole sends 222 and says, thank you for following this. 3 blue hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Kendra sends $2 and says, great content. Thank you. And Nika sends $1 and says, a Tonya TKO beanie, maybe. You know, I'm not putting any more projects on my table. I'm already doing way too much. Pepper sends $5 and says, recommending 48 Laws of Power. For whom and for which part? Are you talking about just in terms of just reading? Because that is actually a book that you know how sometimes you read more than one book at a time? I don't know if you all do that too. That was a book that I read and I go back and forth between. Because, you know, sometimes you're in the mood for a different energy of a different book. So there's about 3 books that I'm reading currently. And so that is one of the books. So, and I read it years ago. But when I read it when I was in my 20s, I was disgusted by what he was saying. I was like, this is terrible. Who wants to be this type of person? But now that I'm older and wiser, the QR code for the PayPal was on the screen when we were on break. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And it looks like Nika sent, did I read this already? She sends $5 and says, for you, sis, love. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right. So how long have we been on here? We've been on here for 43 minutes just talking. We'll probably have to come back out tomorrow and open up the phone lines. I thought I was the only person who read multiple books at a time. I'm reading a few different books right now. And so I really want to finish up the books that I'm currently reading, because I hate having a bunch of books. But it's like when I finish one, I still have others. And then I start another one and add it to the roster. So I'm never, ever in a moment where I don't have books that I'm reading. So somebody is saying that Funky Dineva is only 40. Listen. But from what it is that I'm hearing, it has been a hard 40 years. So we did get one apple in. Arnold sends $3 and says, I'm sorry for my fellow males' overall irresponsible. You know what? It's not, I appreciate that. However, it's not your responsibility to apologize for anybody else. You know, the one thing that we can all do is take action. Go mentor some youth, mentor some young men. Ladies, reach your hand back to the girls coming up. Mentor, volunteer, join Big Brothers, Big Sisters of America. Volunteer at Covenant House. Just get out there, volunteer at soup kitchens. You know, some holidays are coming up soon. And so just get in gear to give back, you know, just get in gear to give back. So Somebody said 40 in dog years. I can't with some of you all. So listen, listen. So for the person, Keisha, who doesn't know what Funky did, if you go 2 videos back, he spewed some misogynistic, anti-woman, anti-black woman rhetoric on yesterday. I believe this all happened yesterday, on yesterday's show. And since then, black women have responded swiftly. And he's in trouble. He's in trouble. He's in trouble. So listen, on that note, I'm gonna get out of here because I was listening to the book Athena Doctrine. I'm going to show you one of the books that's on my personal reading list right now that I am currently reading, right? Or listening to, right? It is the Athena Doctrine. This is the book, the Athena Doctrine. I am just in the beginning of the book. I'm at chapter 3. It's an amazing book that talks about feminine, how companies and countries that adopt characteristics that are generally seen as feminine are the companies that make the most money, have the happiest employees, and have the happiest citizens. The companies and countries that adopt characteristics that are typically known as male or masculine this is what led to the financial crisis in 2007 when these banks failed, because there were a bunch of men who were making decisions based on their competitive air and competitive nature that is ruining companies and creating terrible toxic work environments for people. And there'll be a lot of men who will come out and say a lot of different things about how women can't do this and run that. But the data, if you want to see the data or listen to the data, read this book and you'll get a better understanding for how cooperation versus competition. Like, why did Funk have to say this about Chloe? Is he in competition with her? Is he angry with her? Does he himself want DDJ? Does he wish that does he see that big waist to hip ratio and then he looks down at his knobby knees and his turned out toes, right? His toes that are like east and west, right? Is that happening? And he's like wishing that he could be soft and plump and feminine like her instead of the mess that we saw in video 1 that I did on this subject. Man, oh man. So listen, I'm going to read some of your comments up on the screen. That's one of the books that I'm reading. I am thinking about, you all have been asking me to do a book club behind the scenes, so I am thinking about doing something like that. Oh my goodness. Somebody's talking about the Gynocracy t-shirt. You know, I submitted the 10 names to the designer already, and Gynocracy was not one of them. But maybe I can take one out and put that in. We'll probably have to do another survey, right? We'll probably have to do another survey very quick before he continues with the design. So nonetheless, I'm tired. I wake up very early in the morning and I have got to go home and get me some sleep. So listen. Oh, I don't know what a Diksha awakening is. Listen, I will see you all in the next video. I want to see what your self-love lesson is from this video or the series of videos that we did. So just type SLL and I'll read your comments on air because I want to see what you all have to say. You know what I want to do? I want to do a Vipassana. I want to do a 10-day silent retreat where there's no talking for 10 days. It's supposed to be really transcendental. Like, you really get to know yourself when you go out into the woods led on this Vipassana style retreat, right? So SLL, what are your self-love lessons? There's a little bit of a delay, and it seems like the delay is even longer in today's video. But, so I want to see SLL. Ooh. Somebody missed the whole video. You got to join the text notification squad. I am advocating for Black women and girls. Yes, yes, perfect. I am strong and vibrant. Yes, yes. Text notification squad is www. The link is also in the description of this video. Tonya tko.com/TEXT. That's, you can join the text notification squad. It's only $1.99 a month, and you get to support the show and yourself and get a text whenever I go live. So let's see. Whew, yeah. My persistence and will to make a change always makes a difference. I don't know who trained you in writing affirmations, but that right there hit on so many cylinders. I love that. I love that. I love that. We don't have a retreat scheduled just yet, but we are doing a coaching group behind the scenes. That's going to be announced soon. And so, because I want to get it up and running for September, because I want us to end out the year getting ready to go into this next year, because I'm probably going to do a fast in the like a 40-day fast in the beginning of 2024. So we're gonna have to get this coaching group done here. So then when we get into 2024, we can start manifesting all of the change that we've created. I know to support those who are with me. So Kaura, we're doing our self-love lessons from the positive, affirming standpoint. Protect Black women at all costs. I love myself and my sisterhood. Yes. Yes. I love myself and my sisterhood. I follow my own mind and not listen. Okay, we're going to take away the not. We're going to talk about what we do listen to. We're not talking about what we don't want. We're only talking about what we do want, what we have, what we're doing, and in the present. So those are the self-love lessons. My self-love lesson from today's video is really about the power of believing in change. The power of knowing that your voice matters. The power of knowing that my voice matters. And so part of my self-love lesson from today's video is knowing my voice matters, and it is important for us to stand up for what it is that we believe in. Because I stood up for what I believed in very early in this process, and you all stood up for what you believed in, and these videos have been taken down, and his job is at stake right now. His job is at stake. Massive unsubscribes from Black women, and I don't know if Black men were subscribed to the channel or the platform, but massive unsubscribes got the attention of the higher ups at Fox Soul. And now, from what it is that I imagine, his job is at stake. So I choose me. I always choose me. So I like that, Nita. I'm more fearless than ever. Okay. All right. All right. So listen, on that note, I'm going to see you all because I really want to get back into this book. I really want to hear more about this Athena doctrine. So let me tell you, one of the things that I've been doing recently is I've gotten myself here. So I don't know if you all are one of those types of people that buy a bunch of notebooks. I have a bunch of notebooks in different sizes. And so this is one of the notebooks that I got, and it says audio books on there. And so what I have done is I listen while I'm listening to each chapter. I'm taking notes of all of the things that I'm hearing that I want to be able to remember and retain. Because far too often I'm listening to these audiobooks passively, and they're talking and I'm kind of doing other things. I'm multitasking. However, I really want to pay attention to what it is that I'm hearing and take in the lessons. So I got me a notebook to be able to write out the notes from the audiobook, just so I can, because, they say writing, shifts things on the inside and all of that. So that's what I have begun doing. And then I can also read my notes, you know? This is from, because I'm reading 3 books at the moment. Actually, yeah, I'm reading 3 books at the moment. And so these are 2 of the books that I'm reading. I just kind of volley back and forth between the 2. One is a book on branding. One is a book on evolutionary psychology and men's behavior, the science of men's behavior. And another book that I'm reading is so the branding. I just kind of started kind of dabbling with the Athena, but I was doing 48 Laws of Power. So that means that there's 4 books that I'm kind of bouncing around in between. I'm working on being more organized. So listen. Thank you all so much. Speaking of which, yes, I do need to journal. And one of the things that we're going to be doing in the coaching group is really understand, you know what, as a matter of fact, in the coaching group, I am going to be giving people what it is that they need individually. For people to come out into the coaching group for what it is that they need to work on and overcome or better themselves at, and just really just assisting without having like a set in stone pre-planned agenda. What do I think about the ask affirmations? I don't know what an ask affirmation is, so I can't really have a thought on something that I don't know. I know that with affirmations, we need to be stating our affirmations. I don't know about asking, because beseeching, I don't know about that now. I don't know about that. So nonetheless, I am tired and I need to get in bed. So I will see you all tomorrow, probably, because there's probably going to be a lot that we still need to talk about. So I will see you tomorrow. Tonya TKO and I am out. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself. And I say part of loving yourself is knowing that you deserve the advocacy that you put out, and that it does make a difference. Oh, you found it for free on Audibles? Nice. I like that. I'm glad to hear that. Shadow work is important. There's a book by Debbie Ford on shadow work. It's an excellent book. So you can take a listen to that. An ask affirmation ain't nothing but a prayer. Well, I don't know nothing about, listen, I don't think, I think beseeching in prayer is not an affirmation, because there is the assumption that you don't have it and you're actually begging for it. So that doesn't resonate with me. You are a manifester, so you need to claim it right now. So other than that, I'll see you all. I'm tired. I'll see you all in the next video. Tonya TKO, and I'm out. Peace, y'all. Peace.